The first recipe I'm making is a peach and prosciutto appetizer, and I'm going to serve it two ways, one on these crostinis and then another just in a bowl as a dip. So let's start with our crostini and the base of our dip. We're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of ricotta cheese to a bowl, and I have this lemon honey spread. I'm going to add about a tablespoon. You don't have to have a lemon honey. You can use any honey, regular honey that you like, but about a tablespoon to give that sweetness to your cheese. Now I'm chopping up some prosciutto slices. I'm getting those into a very fine little bite-sized piece, and I'm going to put that into a fry pan. I'm going to cook it up so it gets nice and crisp, and you can use bacon if you'd like. You're just really going for that salty flavor, but prosciutto and peaches go really well together. Once that's all fried up, I'm going to set it to the side, and now I'm going to chop my peach. 1 medium peach will work for both of these appetizers, or you can use 2 small peaches. So I'm going to get my peach into a nice fine dice, and then I will work on my basil. For my basil, I want to have chiffonade ribbons. So the way to do that is get each of your basil leaves, stack them on top of each other, and then roll them up like a cigar. I've never rolled a cigar. I don't know why I said that. And then you're going to finely slice with your knife through the basil leaves, and you will end up with these fine chiffonade ribbons. Now that our ingredients are complete, we're going to go ahead and assemble our crostini. And I have a favorite little crostini round that I always purchase whenever I'm making these, and that is this brand by Cervasi. I just love them because they're a little crunchy but a little soft. They're the perfect texture. If you can't find these, any crostini is going to be fine. And we're just going to go ahead and complete the assembly, but to give it a special touch, I'm going to drizzle it with some balsamic glaze. Now you can drizzle each one individually, but I'll show you here after I'm done assembling how I'm actually going to drizzle the balsamic on top. And then we'll top it with our basil to give it that perfect color and taste and texture. Now it's time for that glaze, and instead of doing them individually, I am going to do this pattern, just drizzling it all across the plate because I think it contrasts so beautifully and almost looks like art. I just love it. So you, like I said, you could do it either way, on them individually or do this drizzle, which I think has a cool impact. Now I'm making the second variation of this appetizer, and it is so easy. All you have to do is take your diced peaches, add them to your ricotta cheese mixture, combine that, and then put it in a fresh bowl. Go ahead and top it then with your prosciutto, crisp up and all nice and chopped, and then add your chiffonade basil ribbons. I'll again drizzle the balsamic glaze all over the top, getting it up the sides as well, contrasting against that white dish. I serve it with the crostinis on the side, and that's all there is to it. It is so easy and presents so well, whether you do them individually with the drizzle all across the plate or whether you do it as a dip. I think your guests are really going to love this, and I love that you could do it either way. I'm going to make a goat cheese appetizer, and then I'm going to make a s'mores dessert. Our goat cheese appetizer starts with 8 ounces of goat cheese and just half a block, so 4 ounces of cream cheese. I'm adding this to my manual mixer by Pampered Chef. I'm adding a half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then a tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm adding a sprinkle of red pepper flakes and a teaspoon of rosemary that's been chopped. Blend that up manually. I'm gonna take a peek, see, yep, needs more olive oil. A teaspoon of salt, so that's about it. And we're almost there at the right consistency. Ooh, that's looking good. Take a peek into that. I'm gonna put just a splash of water. Just blend that up again. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay. Oh yeah. Feels a little more whipped now. Oh yeah, that's good. Now it's ready to go into my serving dish, and I'm just going to smooth it out into an even layer, and then it's ready for the oven. I actually put it in my toaster oven. You could just go ahead and do the same or put it in your regular oven. It doesn't need very much, very long. It's only, I started with like 10 minutes at 400 degrees, and that's all it took. Oh, you hear it bubbling? Ooh. that looks really good. Ready to take that out and put it in our container to travel. Okay, our next recipe are s'mores crescent rolls. So I'm just gonna bust this open and I'm gonna get some parchment paper down. And then I am actually gonna air fry these. All right, we're just gonna get these rolled out. Find our 8 crescent rolls where the perforations are. The key to this is not to leave your dough out of the fridge too long because then it gets too soft and hard to work with. So keep that in mind. And now I'm adding the chocolate chips. I have about a cup of chocolate chips here and some marshmallows, the mini marshmallows. I'm just adding about, 5 to 6 marshmallows, about 8 to 10 chocolate chips, just as much as you can get. Make sure they stick to the dough. That'll make it easy to roll up. I'm going to be sure to spray my air fryer rack with olive oil spray, otherwise they will stick. And then they'll go in the air fryer. I'll put it on the bake setting for about 10 to 15 minutes. While those are baking, I'm going to make my chocolate chip drizzle, which is half a cup of chocolate chips and about a tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm going to microwave that for 30 seconds and that will get nice and shiny and melted really good so I can drizzle those on top of those crescent rolls. Our crescent rolls are done baking. They are perfectly browned and the chocolate and marshmallows inside are now melted. They look and smell amazing. That was so simple, and we are taking these appetizers to a friend's house. So I am packing them up in my disposable aluminum containers here, and I'm going to do the drizzle before we go. So I'm going to do that now and just drizzle that melted chocolate on top of those crescent rolls. And I'm going to do a little touch. I wasn't sure about this, but I went ahead and added a little marshmallow on top of each just as a presentation so they knew there is marshmallow inside. I'm going to seal these up and we're now ready to go to our small gathering with friends, and we're going to bring those cerveza crostinis. They're going to go great with this goat cheese. These appetizers were so simple, truly very easy, simple ingredients. I highly recommend making them at your next gathering. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.